Greetings, my name is Alan Rolfing and I'm part of the team here at Military Connection. During this video series, we're covering topics relevant to the military community. Things like employment, entrepreneurship, education, and more. If you haven't already, we encourage you to visit our website at militaryconnection.com and subscribe to our newsletter. And follow us on social too. Our Facebook page is Military Connection and our Twitter handle is @thegotosite. Today's subject, plainly put, is on getting a job. It's one of those timeless tasks, one that surely won't ever go away. For gainful employment seems to be a hallmark of a productive society. I guess that most of us remember well our first job, how we found out about it, how we applied, and that application may have been just a quick conversation with the boss, and the lasting impressions, both good and bad, that it likely left on us. Unless you're in the younger percentile of our audience demographics, though, the methods you may have used to land that first job are significantly different than finding a job today. Sure, some of us still use a typewriter or a simple word processor to crank out a resume, but it's doubtful that you're using your faithful old dial-up modem to connect to a company's website and apply for that job. To some degree or another, we've all had to embrace the advent of technology and how it's impacted the recruiting and selection process for today's workforce. For the rest of this short video, I'd like to talk strategically, like 30,000-foot view, about how some of that tech has made its presence felt for those of us still in the job hunt. Here's a small group of modules that I'll talk about in a moment that were put together by St. Louis area workforce development trainer Frank Alaniz. Frank is an Air Force veteran, colleague, mentor, and friend, and he's helped literally thousands of job seekers over the last 20 years find gainful employment. Between his grasp of technology and his tremendous network of employers, he's been able to stay current on the latest hiring practices and pass that information along to his clients and his workshop attendees. Frank and I have been conducting workshops in the St. Louis area and throughout Missouri for nearly a decade, and these are topics that today's job seekers really ought to become familiar with. Topic number 1, looking online, the applicant tracking system or ATS. It's estimated that about 95% of businesses use software programs to handle their recruitment process. The ATS searches resumes, sometimes thousands of them for a single position, for keywords that match the job description in order to help determine the human best fit for the position. But while that helps with efficiency, experts also claim that a full 90% or more of resumes submitted online are never seen by human eyes. Make sure your application entries and/or resume contain the keywords that the job posting uses to avoid the ATS black hole. That black hole is when you never hear from anyone about any of the jobs for which you've applied. Topic number 2, developing a cyber-friendly resume. Since the majority of job openings are now online and most job seekers are applying for them online, it only makes sense that the job seeker's resume should support these endeavors. You may have already drafted a functional or a chronological resume, but if you're looking for one that's cyber-friendly, you should create more of a hybrid of the two. That resume should have 5 sections: contact information, summary, skills, experience, and education. Topic number 3, social media management. Check your online presence and clean up your social profiles if you can. Some ATS systems and recruiting tools compile applicants' social media profiles at the time of the application. Plenty of recruiters go digging on social platforms for both the good and the bad. The good might include engagement in local and national groups and organizations. The bad may be references to drugs, pictures of alcohol consumption, or political rants. Finally, don't forget about LinkedIn. It's a social platform too, and some surveys indicate that 98% of recruiters use it to help find and vet their candidate. In a short segment like this, it's really hard to convey just how important it is for job seekers to accept, and again, I really mean to embrace, the online application system in order to use it to their advantage. But since we're all lifelong learners anyway, my advice is to connect with experts out there like Frank Alaniz or his counterparts in your neck of the woods. Get up to speed on the topic and then some, and become the subject matter expert on the position you're applying for and why you're the best person to fill it. Thanks for spending a few minutes with us today. Again, visit us online at militaryconnection.com and connect with us on social. Until next time.